Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome URI Foundation President Michael Smith.
Who's ready to go back to college? Huh? If that doesn't get you motivated, I don't know what will. What a great evening. Good evening and welcome to the 8th Annual Distinguished Achievement Awards, honoring some of the University of Rhode Island's most distinguished alumni. It's a great honor to be here, celebrating the university's best and brightest. The caliber of individuals selected this year is truly exceptional, and you will find that out. And this is the opportunity to help shine a light on the talents and accomplishments that these men and women who call URI their alma mater. This is a special evening. You have all made your mark in your respective professional fields, whether it's with the field of technology commercialization and discovery, eco-conscious, cleaning products, national transportation insurance, or higher education administration, and the list goes on and on. Your professional contributions, dedication, and innovations have made a tremendous impact on this university and on our nation and on the world. As a university, we're only as good as the alumni that we graduate. You bring great distinction to the university and in many ways serve as role models for our alumni as well as our students who look to your success and determination as an example of what can be accomplished with the University of Rhode Island education. We are very proud of you and are honored that you continue to represent this university in such a positive and significant way. On behalf of the University of Rhode Island community, I congratulate all of the Distinguished Achievement awardees and all of the Dean's List awardees on receiving this prestigious honor. Thank you. Have a fun evening and a memorable evening as well. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage Donald DeHaze, University of Rhode Island Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Tonight we celebrate the success of distinguished alumni and friends of the University of Rhode Island. As a leading learning-centered research university of the 21st century, we at URI strive to inspire our students to work hard, be passionate, think big, and make a real difference in the world. Indeed, our vision is to create and sustain a culture of achievement that is both fulfilling and valued. To that end, our award recipients tonight serve as role models for our current students, who will be the Distinguished Achievement Award recipients of tomorrow. In fact, many of our recipients rolled up their sleeves on campus today and directly engaged with our students, sharing their experiences and their wisdom in guest lectures, the Business School Career Day, panel discussions, and more. For that, we thank you. The awards ceremony tonight begins with the presentation of the Dean's Awards associated with each of our degree-granting colleges. I am pleased to be joined this evening by the deans of each college who will present the awards to the honorees selected by their colleges. Before I do that, however, at this time, I want to take a moment to thank all of our students that are here tonight for both their participation and for their assistance. In particular, I'm delighted to introduce to you two of our outstanding students to my right who will assist with the presentation of the awards. Matthew Kilduff an economics and political science major and president of the Student Senate, and Stephen Petrarca, a civil and environmental engineering major and president of the Student Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome these two distinguished students. Thank you. Once again, congratulations to all of our 2013 Distinguished Achievement Award recipients. Enjoy the evening, everyone.
Now presenting the Rising Star Award, please welcome Dean of the Graduate School, Nasser Zawiya, and Rising Star Award recipient, Mohammed Al-Sultan, class of '03.
This year, the University of Rhode Island Distinguished Achievement Awards proudly introduces a new award category, the Rising Star Award. This award recognizes an outstanding young URI alum with at least 10 years in their career field who are already making significant contributions to their profession and community at large by demonstrating innovative, responsible, professional leadership, potential for future distinction, and a commitment to serving others. In our inaugural year, the Rising Star is awarded to Dr. Al-Sultan. He is an associate professor of clinical pharmacy at King Saud University College of Pharmacy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Dr. Al-Sultan was the chairman of the Department of Clinical Pharmacy between 2008 and 2011. He was also the president and board chairman of the Saudi Pharmaceutical Society between 2007 and 2010. Dr. Sultan is currently the director of the Pharmacoeconomics and Outcomes Research Unit at King Saud University College of Pharmacy. His research interests include pharmacy practice, pharmaceutical policy and regulation, pharmacoeconomics and outcomes research, clinical research and in drug utilization and formulary management. He is a member of the Saudi Pharmaceutical Society, ASHP, ACCP, and a number of other professional societies. Dr. Sultan received his BS in Pharmaceutical Sciences in 1996 from King Saud University College of Pharmacy in Riyadh, and Doctor of Pharmacy degree from Campbell University School of Pharmacy in Boise Creek, North Carolina in 1999. He completed his PhD degree in pharmacoeconomics and pharmacoepidemiology at the University of Rhode Island College of Pharmacy in 2003. Congratulations on your accomplishments thus far. We look forward to hearing of your future successes. I am so proud and delighted to present the Rising Star Award to Dr. Mohammed Al-Sultan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Winnie Brownell, Dean for the College of Arts and Sciences, and Dean's Award recipient, John Struck, class of '74.
Rhode Island born and bred, without leaving very often except to Boston. After graduating in economics, John Struck now travels the world as a successful private equity partner. Former business manager of the Cigar, he noted that the late Vice President Bob Rainville remains one of the most important influences in his life. John worked with GE, Heller Financial as CFO, and in investment banking. He rejoined Heller in private equity venture capital in Paris, Milan, and Munich. He joined Wand Partners, where he is today. Living in the US, he built the first platinum LEED certified home in Rhode Island, Venezuela, and France. John travels regularly to England, Bermuda, and Asia. He gave a terrific presentation at our honors colloquium about doing business in India, and is fluent in Rhode Island English as well as Spanish and French. John served on the executive board of the URI Foundation, 3 years as its vice chair, and serves on the Arts and Sciences Advisory Council. John sees the future before most of us recognize the trends. He was the first to urge us to launch the major in Chinese and to create a global 24/7 university. John is married to Beatriz, who he met in Venezuela. She generously volunteered in the Dean's Office of the College of Arts and Sciences, helping us catch up for 2 summers, and we really appreciated it. Their talented son, Rob, who's here tonight, is following in the family consulting and global footsteps. Congratulations, John. We're very proud of you.
Please welcome Dean's Award recipient Bruce Wolpert, Esquire, class of '75.
If you're looking for a terrific lawyer with high ethical standards, phenomenal knowledge and skills, plus a real passion for Rhodey basketball, meet Bruce Wolpert, Esquire. He received his BA in Political Science, magna cum laude. Bruce then earned a JD and practiced law with many firms, including with the great jurist Bruce Selya. Now is managing partner of Wolpert and Associates. A super lawyer, literally, in the business corporate area, he was given AV preeminent rating by Martindale-Hubbell, the highest rating in legal ability and ethical standards. An engaged citizen and leader, Bruce serves on boards and in leadership positions and has served for the Judicial Nominating Commission, the Labor Relations Board, Jewish Alliance, Alperin Schechter Day School, among others. He's also a valued behind-the-scenes advisor for government leaders. We deeply appreciate that Bruce has served as co-chair of the Dean's Advisory Council for the College of Arts and Sciences, where he was among the first to advocate that we revamp our website, and we did. Bruce is married to Marlene Fishman-Wolpert, Director of Infection and Prevention Control Program at St. Joseph's Health Service of Rhode Island. They have 2 talented sons who are college graduates, Michael and Jonathan. Congratulations, Bruce. We're very proud of you.
Please welcome to the stage Dean Mark Higgins from the College of Business Administration and Dean's Award recipient Kent Fannin, class of '74.
Kent joined D'Antoni Partners in 2007 as Executive Vice President in charge of C-level placement in the healthcare industry. A seasoned healthcare executive, he previously served as CEO of Healthline Management, CEO of Win Healthcare, a managed care company, and as Senior Vice President of Corporate Development at M-Care Inc., the nation's largest emergency medicine physician and hospital services company. While at URI as an accounting major, Ken also worked as a disc jockey at WRIU and served as the student voice of the Rhodey Rams. The highlight of this role was going to Germany to cover the URI football team play the U.S. Air Force Armed Forces over a Thanksgiving break, and there's a long story about going to Munich we'll leave out. Kent and his wife Diane have been generous donors to the College of Business and established scholarships in both the URI College of Business and the URI College of Health Sciences Services. In addition to serving on the URI College of Business Administration Advisory Council, he has served on the Alumni Board of Directors for the University of Chicago Graduate School of Business, as well as in a number of North Texas philanthropic and community organizations, including the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and Make-A-Wish. It is my pleasure to welcome Kent into the College of Business Hall of Fame.
Please welcome the Dean's Award recipient, Wendy Field, class of '74.
I tell you, this 74 is a great class. Wendy Field epitomizes the URI tradition of excellence and positive transformation through her professional achievement, philanthropic leadership, and service to the community. A leader on Wall Street for 35 years, Wendy served as Managing Director of Global Franchise Lending for UBS. Before assuming this position, she led the loan distribution team in the fixed income division of UBS. As chair of the College of Business Administration Advisory Council since 2009, Wendy has been instrumental in providing guidance to the college and has worked tirelessly on behalf of the URI College of Business since attending her first council meeting in April of 1999. Wendy established and endowed the Never Too Early Futures Leaders Fund, which assists students in experiential learning projects and global internships. She has consistently come back to campus to provide career advice to her students, and in 2008 was part of the inaugural Vangermish Endowed Lecture Series. A former board member of Junior Achievement in Connecticut, Wendy was awarded in 2006 the Karen Colangelo Outstanding Volunteer Award. Finally, do not give strokes to Wendy on the golf course unless you have a desire to part with your money. It is my pleasure to welcome Wendy into the College of Business Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Alan Shawn Feinstein College of Continuing Education and the Providence campus, Vice Provost John McCrae Jr. and Dean's Award recipient, Munir Mohammed.
Thank you. The Providence Campus Award recipient is Mr. Munir Mohammed. Munir Mohammed said his first medium of artistic expression was neither pencil, pen, and ink nor oils. It was sand. With his fingers, he drew pictures in the sand before he was sent to grade school, and where he was introduced to chalk, pencils, and crayons. In 1979, he opened his own studio in Accra, Ghana, West Africa, painting general subjects from the villages, towns, and cities. He received commissions painting portraits of several West African heads of states, including presidents and prominent people. Munir is co-founder of the International Gallery for Heritage and Culture, bringing programs to schools and nonprofits around the state. He is a part-time instructor at University of Rhode Island and a partner in the Providence Campus Urban College and Cultural Program. Munir's artwork can be found throughout Rhode Island, including community and school settings with murals in the area of the once Espanacet River, Kodak, and Oasis International. Most recently, he completed a mural for the entrance of Espanacet River bike pathway. Congratulate Mr. Mohammed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean's Award recipient Victor Capion, class of '92, '96, and '02.
Victor Capion has been an avid advocate for education, a tireless leader for youth and adults alike, and a groundbreaking figure in the state of Rhode Island. He's an educator. His path was carved early on when the university he served as coordinator of student leadership programs. Currently as the Deputy Superintendent of Transformation for Central Falls High School, the high school's landmark transformation effort have increased the graduation rate by 46%. In just 3 years. Victor is driven by deeply rooted values based on hard work, accountability, and working together. As a community leader, he has been a visionary and catalyst within Providence leadership, including serving and leading numerous boards. Victor has served as political director to Rhode Island State Senator Juan Furtado and as the deputy campaign manager for Angel Tavares' successful campaign for mayor of Providence, Rhode Island. Congratulate Victor Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage Dean Raymond Wright from the College of Engineering and Major General Kevin McBride, class of '80.
Major General Kevin McBride received his commission through the Reserve Officer Training Corps at URI in 1980 as a second lieutenant. He reached the rank of Brigadier General 23 years later, and in 2009 he was promoted to his current rank of Major General. His assignments have taken him all over the globe. One stop in his career was as the commanding general for the 43rd Military Police Brigade during the Operation Iraqi Freedom, from October 2005 to September 2006, where he was responsible for the 5 detention facilities in Iraq. General McBride received his aviator wings and has commanded both attack and light utility helicopter battalions. He was appointed in 2011 by Rhode Island Governor to serve as Rhode Island Adjutant General. He also serves as the commanding general for the Rhode Island National Guard for the mission readiness of all Rhode Island Army and Air National Guard units for both federal and state missions. You may remember him from his TV appearances during the visit earlier this year from Superstorm Sandy, where he had a major role in the preparation and response of the state. Major General McBride graduated from our civil engineering program in 1980. For his lifelong distinguished career and dedicated service to his country, we welcome General McBride as the 2013 inductee into the Engineering Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Major General McBride. James Clappin is president of Corning Glass Technologies Group. The last-minute business demands have kept him in Asia tonight, and he sends his regrets. After graduating with a chemical engineering degree, Mr. Clappin joined Corning in 1980 as a process engineer at the Central Falls facility. 16 years later, he relocated to Japan and assumed a position of plant manager and quickly progressed through a number of management leadership positions with increasing responsibilities. He was appointed as the general manager of the Corning Glass Technologies worldwide business in 2002. Under his leadership, Corning Glass Technology sales increased by a factor of 7 between 2002 and 2010. President Dooley and I will deliver his award to him in Japan this November. We welcome Mr. Clappin as the 2013 inductee into the Engineering Hall of Fame.
Please welcome to the stage Dean John Kirby from the College of the Environment and Life Sciences and Dean's Award recipient Gelwin Youssef, class of '89 and '97.
Dr. Gelwin Youssef is a prominent leader in marine and fisheries issues in Indonesia and has devoted his life to the health and sustainable development of our oceans and marine resources. Through his leadership, Gelwin has achieved groundbreaking policy on climate change adaptation. He has been instrumental in the establishment of the Coral Triangle Initiative on coral reefs, fisheries, and food security, a multilateral, multinational partnership of 6 South Pacific countries working to sustain the extraordinary marine and coastal resources of that region. Gelwin often chairs the Indonesian delegations to the United Nations meetings on food security. He is known as a compassionate and selfless leader who is dedicated to his family, friends, and colleagues. I can tell you that I personally met Gelwin the first time at a URI alumni event in Jakarta. It is my honor to award the 2013 CELS Dean's Distinguished Achievement Award to Dr. Gelwin Yusuf.
Welcome Dean's Award recipient, Bruce Zetter, class of '75.
Bruce Zetter is a highly regarded and nationally recognized and internationally recognized as a leader in the research of tumor progression and cancer diagnosis with a focus on tumor metastasis, novel cancer treatments, and predictive testing. Bruce is a faculty member at the Harvard Medical School and has held the positions of Vice President of Research and Chief Scientific Officer at Children's Hospital in Boston. Bruce serves on several grant review boards for organizations including the American Heart Association, NASA, the National Institutes of Health, and the American Cancer Society. A frequent lecturer, he has given over 300 lectures and served as an expert witness for the U.S. Senate Cancer Coalition hearings in Washington, D.C. In his free time, Bruce has served on the scientific advisory boards of more than 30 biotechnology companies and biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies. Bruce has won numerous national and international awards for his work in cancer research, including the prestigious Merit Award from the U.S. National Cancer Institute. I am proud to say that he can now add the 2013 CELS Dean's Distinguished Achievement Award to his many accolades. It is my honor to present this award to Bruce Zetter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Interim Dean Lori Chicomoscolo from the College of Human Sciences and Services, and Dean's Award recipient Karen Gottney, class of '91.
Robert F. Kennedy once said, "Each time a man, or woman in this case, stands up for an ideal or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance." As a human rights advocate, Karen Gottney has been sweeping down walls of oppression and advocating for social justice for as long as she can remember. She has used her voice to advocate for those who have been silenced or bullied. In fact, she was just 5 years old when she stood up to a neighborhood bully who was throwing rocks at another child. So years later, it was no surprise that Karen would go on to have a very successful career in law enforcement, serving as a special agent with the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, or NCIS, investigating crimes in the US and Europe. And no, it's nothing like the TV show. So. Although Karen was a very talented and decorated agent, she realized that being open about who she was and whom she loved meant a different career path. After earning a master's degree in marriage and family therapy, she used her talents to serve as the deputy executive director of the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, headquartered in Alexandria, Virginia. She also served as chair of the Human Rights Commission in Alexandria, where she reviewed and created public policy for the fair treatment of the LGBTQ community. In addition, she received the prestigious Marianne von Landingham Public Policy Award for her advocacy for women and the LGBTQ community. Karen continues her work as a diversity trainer and human rights advocate with a current focus on the policies and treatment of criminal offenders from marginalized populations. She is a dedicated and courageous person who has worked diligently to change the hearts and the minds of others and to set policy that ensures that human rights are not just a hope, but a right. I am delighted to present the College of Human Science and Services Dean's Alumni Award to Karen Gottney.
Please welcome Dean's Award recipient Maria Urso, class of 97 and 2000.
Dr. Maria Urso is a gifted physiologist, scientist, and researcher. After graduating with a bachelor's degree and master's degree in kinesiology from URI, she earned a PhD in kinesiology with a focus on muscle biochemistry. Soon after graduation, Maria joined the military for a 4-year commission where she became a captain in the U.S. Army, and then continued her work as a civilian research physiologist at the U.S. Army Institute of Environmental Medicine's Military Performance Division in Natick, Massachusetts. Her research examining musculoskeletal injuries was so valuable to the U.S. Department of Defense that Maria received a top governmental award for scientific excellence called the Presidential Early Career Award for Scientists and Engineers. This prestigious award is the highest honor bestowed by the U.S. government upon science and engineering professionals in the early stages of their independent research careers. Currently, Maria serves as a director of clinical research at Arteriosite Medical Systems, where she develops and supervises clinical research protocols. But in addition to her success as a researcher and a scientist, her colleagues and friends are very proud of her humility and commitment to mentoring undergraduate and graduate students at URI. No matter how successful she is, and will continue to be, Maria is a modest, compassionate person who cares about improving the world around her. She is a frequent guest speaker in our college, where she encourages students in our health programs to look behind the obvious when starting a career and to believe in their abilities to make meaningful scientific contributions. I am delighted to present the College of Human Science and Services Dean's Alumni Award to Dr. Maria Urso.
Please welcome Interim Dean Mary Sullivan from the College of Nursing and Dean's Award recipient from the class of 78, Elaine Bridge.
Dr. Elaine Bridge is the Senior Vice President for Patient Care and Chief Nursing Officer and the Interim Chief Operating Officer at Newton Wellesley Hospital. She serves as an instructor at the Massachusetts General Hospital Institute of Health Professional Schools of Nursing. During her 12 years at Newton Wellesley, she was responsible for the development and oversight of the construction of the hospital's 36,000 square foot Blum Emergency Pavilion and 24-foot Slotnick Surgical Nursing Unit. Elaine is active in the Organization of Nurse Leaders of Massachusetts and Rhode Island, where she recently held the president's position. In 2009, Elaine was honored with the Mary B. Concession Award for Excellence in Nursing Leadership in recognition of her consistent, strong nursing leadership. It is my honor to present this award to Dr. Elaine Bridge.
Please welcome Dean's Award recipient Tracy Weintraub, class of 77 and 81.
Tracy Weintraub's background in health education and administration have provided her with the experience to build and develop the successful and innovative e-commerce company HealthyPrice.com with her two partners. As well as maintaining an involvement in Healthy Price, Tracy holds a position with the Joint Commission on Hospital Accreditation, an independent not-for-profit organization that accredits and certifies more than 19,000 healthcare organizations and programs in the United States. Her past experiences as Vice President of Patient Care and Chief Nursing Officer at Los Robes Hospital and Medical Center and Torrance Memorial Medical Center makes her highly qualified for these current positions. It is my honor to present this award to Tracy Weintraub.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Paul Larrett, Interim Dean, the College of Pharmacy, and 2013 Dean's Award recipient, Dia Balazzi, Class of 01.
Good evening. Dr. Dia Balazzi is currently the president of Acela Health in the greater Philadelphia area. He provides pharmacy benefit management services to nearly 3 million people in the commercial, Medicare, and Medicaid marketplaces. Dia has combined his pharmacy education at URI with a master's in public health from Johns Hopkins University to promote innovation in the marketplace and provide quality access and information for all individuals involved in the delivery of health benefits. On a personal note, Dia is fluent in Arabic. Even though he has lived all over the country, he is a proud graduate of South Kingston High School, where he was in the class of 1995. For this reason, along with his tremendous affinity for the University of Rhode Island, we do in fact refer to Dia as a true Rhode Islander. So I'm very proud to present the Distinguished Alumni Award from the College of Pharmacy to Dr. Dia Balazzi.
Please welcome from the class of 82, Dean's Award recipient, Diana Brixner.
Dr. Diana Brixner is a member of the penultimate College of Pharmacy class of 1982. After a stint in the business world where she rose to the level of Vice President of Healthcare Management at Novartis Pharmaceuticals, Diana returned to her academic roots and to the Utah skiing country at the University of Utah College of Pharmacy. She's currently the pharmacy practice chair there and the executive director of the Pharmacotherapy Outcomes Research Center. Diana's thinking is truly global in nature, as exemplified by her international reputation for expertise in the principles of healthcare outcomes. Her service as president of the International Society of Pharmacoeconomics and Outcomes Research demonstrates her standing in the world healthcare research community. It gives me great pleasure to present the 2013 Distinguished Alumni Award to Dr. Diana Brixner.
Please welcome from the Graduate School of Oceanography, Dean Bruce Corliss, and Dean's Award recipient, Robert Fennell, class of 75 and 78.
Dr. Robert Fennell is the Carolina Distinguished Professor and Carolina Trustee Professor at the University of South Carolina and is a Senior Associate Dean for Science. He graduated from Brown with a BA in Geology and then from the Graduate School of Oceanography with a master's degree and a PhD in 1978, followed by a postdoctoral scholar award at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. He is an international leader in paleoclimates, studying the last 2 million years of Earth history. He's had a lot to think about, and has published over 200 papers, participated on numerous oceanographic cruises in the Pacific, Mediterranean, and Caribbean seas, and the North Atlantic, and has been recognized as a Fellow of the Geological Society of America, the American Geophysical Union, and the American Association for the Advancement of Science. He's also regarded as an outstanding graduate and undergraduate teacher at the University of South Carolina. Please join me in congratulating Professor Robert Fennell for a distinguished record of scholarly achievement in oceanography and the Graduate School of Oceanography Distinguished Dean Award.
The University of Rhode Island is proud of its many partnerships within our community and would like to extend our sincerest thanks to the following for their generosity: the University of Rhode Island Alumni Association, the URI Foundation, Friends of Women's Athletics, South County Hospital, and ATR Treehouse. The university community thanks you for your continued and loyal support. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage David M. Dooley, President of the University of Rhode Island.
Good evening. And I just want to thank each and every one of you who are present here tonight for joining us this evening on really what is, in my mind, one of the most important and inspirational events in the entire year for the University of Rhode Island. And I'm so pleased that you could be with us here tonight to celebrate the achievements of our alumni and partners and friends and all that they have done to make both Rhode Island, the United States, and the world a better place. It's really important for me to acknowledge tonight members of the senior leadership team of the University of Rhode Island who actually do far more than I do to make the university what it is. And I'd like to welcome tonight Tom Dugan, our Vice President for Student Affairs, and I believe Tom is the longest serving member of the senior leadership team at the University of Rhode Island. We have two of the newest members of the leadership team at the University of Rhode Island with us tonight as well. One is Christina Valentino, the Vice President for Administration and Finance. The other is Jerry Sonnenfeld, not Seinfeld, who's the Vice President of Research and Economic Development. And of course, I'm delighted to share this evening with Mike Smith, President of the URI Foundation, and perhaps most importantly, with the Chief of Staff of the President's Office, Michelle Carreri, without whom nothing good would happen in the office of the President. As I said, this is one of the most inspirational evenings for me of the entire year, and I think you have witnessed along with me what makes that true as we welcome to the stage all of the recipients of our Dean's Awards. It is truly amazing to me what they have accomplished, what they have done, what they have contributed to all of our lives and to the lives of so many who will come after us. And just join me in one more round of applause for all of our Dean's recipients. Tonight, we are both honored, privileged, and extremely proud to honor individuals who personify our traditions of excellence in professional achievement, in leadership, and in community service. As we celebrate the 8th year of the Distinguished Achievement Awards, we again see how our alumni and friends are making a real difference in their communities, both close at hand and globally. This year, the University of Rhode Island's President's Distinguished Achievement Awards include talented and innovative individuals, compassionate, productive, and most of all, I think, caring people who have become leaders in their fields, leaders in their communities, and leaders globally. We salute all of them for their innumerable contributions to our society and to our future. Tonight, I'm very pleased to continue a tradition that began just a year ago, and that is the recognition of important corporate partners with the University of Rhode Island. This award, which was introduced for the first time in 2012, recognized the collaborative spirit of leadership, a commitment to engage in student learning and experiences that link theory and practice, and exceptional corporate initiatives that have measurable and, in fact, substantial impact for the university, higher education, for the state of Rhode Island, for our country, and even for the world. Tonight we honor with the corporate award Toray Plastics of America. Toray Plastics of America Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Toray Industries Incorporated, which is headquartered in Tokyo, Japan. Founded in 1985, Toray Plastics America is the only U.S. producer of polypropylene and polyester films, and its capacity to bring innovations to the market has grown exponentially. Its corporate headquarters are located close by the campus in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, and includes the most advanced film facility of its kind in North America. This world-class manufacturing site operates 24/7 with state-of-the-art clean room facilities and continues to set records for cleanliness, purity, productivity, and, I may say, profitability. We applaud Toray Plastics America for its strategic planning and its continued strong growth. At the same time, we recognize this industry leader for its work to advance the critical fields of polymer science and manufacturing through its support of advanced education. Indeed, there are fewer partners as important to the University of Rhode Island than Toray Plastics. Toray Plastics America has been an active partner with the University of Rhode Island for many years through the College of Engineering, and has, through that work, immeasurably, I think, enhanced the economic prosperity of the state of Rhode Island. The company has graciously worked with URI's faculty, its students, both undergraduate and graduate, and its administration to advance education and research at the University of Rhode Island and Rhode Island broadly, and beyond Rhode Island, with the SMILE program to encourage children to explore the sciences and to develop a pipeline for the next generation leadership in sciences and engineering. I want to say also that for me personally, every time that I get an opportunity to meet with the senior leadership team of Toray, together with the senior leadership team of the University of Rhode Island, I learn new things. I come away inspired by their focus on excellence and productivity, efficiency, and their focus on strategic priorities and their ability to clearly develop them. And every time we come back from those meetings at the University of Rhode Island or at Toray Plastics America, we bring a new focus and a new energy to the University of Rhode Island. And I very much appreciate their contributions to all of us through those meetings and those consultations and those explorations of what we can do together. In celebration of this highly valued relationship and Toray's continued support of the University of Rhode Island, the College of Engineering, the International Engineering Program, our students and graduates, we are pleased to present the President's Corporate Award to Toray Plastics America this evening. Accepting this award on behalf of the company is the 2010 Distinguished Achievement Award recipient of the College of Engineering, President and CEO of Toray Plastics America, Richard Slusher.
We're a $450 million company, and we're located here at Quonset Point on about 70 acres, and we make highly specialized films that go into the industrial and food packaging markets. Just go into the food market today, go down the Frito aisle, or the snack aisle I should say. We are about a third of Frito's worldwide sales. I came with this company 23 years ago, and we were working with the University of Rhode Island at that point in time. I got involved when I took over the Torafan division back in 2002, and we would bring in your interns and have them work for us in the engineering areas as well as the business areas. And got to know many of them, and noticed we were hiring them, and we decided to get closer, and we started the Capstone program, which has been remarkable for us. They get an opportunity to see the real world. I know when I went to school and graduated, I didn't have a clue. You think you know, because you're out of a textbook, you don't have a clue. This is the real world. And the interns come in here, and many of them have very different expectations as to what they're going to find and what they're going to see. And I think it's very good for them to see what profit and loss is and what happens in the marketplaces and the competition and what the real world is all about.
I worked a lot in the lab. So what I did mostly was working with lab equipment, learning how to some of it was quality control kind of stuff, but a lot of it was also trying to figure out what was wrong with certain products.
I worked at Toray Plastics America in the Torafan plant. I worked as a technical intern, so I helped with data collection for different types of film.
The whole experience, I learned a lot about one particular sector of the business world.
I think this definitely provided some real-world experience for me because it was just an eye-opener to see what it was like to work in a very large manufacturing plant.
What's great about it is we get new ideas, new learnings, new teachings that are coming from the university, and we're always willing to learn. Well, if we want to increase our income and build this company and expand this company and spend more capital, enlarge, we've got a lot of land here to expand on, we're going to need brighter people. People with better ideas, with more creativity, and that's what we're finding today. What I think is the best part for me in the years that I've been dealing with your people, they're getting better. I'm proud of what we've done together. I think the University of Rhode Island is either. It's an exceptional relationship.
Accepting on behalf of Toray Plastics America, Inc., Richard Slauson, President and CEO, Toray Plastics America, Inc.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I had a speech ready, but it's all been said. So I guess I'm going to talk about the future. Number one, I'd like to say that on behalf of Toray Industries and Toray Plastics, we are so proud and appreciative of being here tonight to accept this award, but more importantly, to be with all of you. We love our company. We love the University of Rhode Island. A business is about people. We're all people. We wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for the success in our company. It's driven by our people. They're all owners of our company. So let me cut to the chase. What's the future for our company? We've spent $800 million in this state in capital for the equipment. The manufacturing lines that make those products that go on Frito-Lay bags are $100 million. We take your students, we bring them in, we go, make us more efficient. $100 million line, can you imagine? And they come up with ideas that you just would not believe. And at every presentation, I sit there and I listen to these young folks and I go, wow, this is amazing. We implemented those programs, it's increased our bottom line. So, we've spent $800 million. How do we get to $1 billion? How do we double our profit? Because folks, that's our challenge for 2020. So, in that effort, we think we need to get in closer with the University of Rhode Island. And the School of Engineering is extremely important to us, as well as the rest of the school, because we hire your people in all of the disciplines in our company. So we met with the board, and we've all agreed. We are going to contribute $2 million to the new School of Engineering. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think it's important to note, this isn't me. This is the 681 employees that we have at our company that come to work every day to make this profit so that we can contribute to this school for our future. Not only the future of the University of Rhode Island, but the future of Torrey Plastics America. And folks, again, we are so happy to be here tonight. Thank you for this opportunity, but more importantly, thank you for allowing us into your family. Good night.
All right, the bar's been set. I'm really looking forward to our next guest. Thank you, Richard, and thank you, Torrey. That is just one example of what makes our partnership so special, is that we benefit, and they clearly believe that they benefit from the relationship that we have with one another. It's now my privilege to continue the award presentations tonight with the individual award winners, all of whom have made a profound difference to the University of Rhode Island, to the nation, and the world. Our first award recipient that I would like to bring to the stage is Karina Montilla Edmonds, who is a nationally recognized expert in the field of innovation, technology transfer, and commercialization. As the Executive Director for the Institute Corporate Relations at the California Institute of Technology, where I received my PhD, she plays a key role in ensuring that scientific discoveries turn into new, high-paying jobs for Americans. Previously, Dr. Edmonds, who is a global leader in these areas, served as the first technology transfer coordinator for the U.S. Department of Energy. She was named to the position by the Secretary of Energy, Dr. Stephen Chu. Dr. Edmonds was responsible for working with the department's national laboratories to accelerate the process of efficiently moving discoveries in science from the laboratory to the marketplace and the private sector. Dr. Edmonds joined the Department of Energy after working at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory at the California Institute of Technology, where she served as director of JPL Technology Transfer, where her responsibilities including licensing technologies developed at both JPL and Caltech to industry and startups, managing the JPL patent portfolio, assisting Caltech startups, and managing the development of Caltech's patent filings, which are extensive. Prior to her work at JPL, Dr. Edmonds worked as principal investigator at TRW Incorporated, now Northrop Grumman, for internal research and development. During her tenure there, she co-authored 2 patent applications in the area of noise reduction for the automotive environment. Dr. Edmonds received a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Rhode Island. She holds master's and doctorate degrees in aeronautics with a minor in materials science from the California Institute of Technology. In 2009, she participated in URI's Big Thinkers series, Shaping the Future, in Washington, D.C., and in 2011, she was presented the Distinguished Achievement Award by the Dean of the College of Engineering and inducted to the Engineering Hall of Fame. That's a good prerequisite for consideration for a presidential award, I think. For her outstanding contributions to technology transfer and commercialization, for her expertise in transferring knowledge and discoveries from the laboratory to make a difference in business and industry here in the United States, in both the public and the private sector, I am proud to present Dr. Karina Edmonds, class of 1992, with the President's Distinguished Achievement Award.
Neither of my parents had gone to college and still don't speak a lot of English, so I was fortunate that we had such a great state school, and absolutely the engineering program at URI called to me. I was really fortunate. In the 5th grade, one of my math teachers recognized that I had an aptitude for math and suggested that I join a program to increase math, engineering, science students. And we were able to visit with engineers. And so I had the opportunity to meet engineers who played a really important role in my life as role models. Before that time, I'm not sure I knew what engineering was. And to be honest, at that time, I also didn't know what I wanted to do. But I knew I didn't want to live from paycheck to paycheck. And I thought engineering provided a lot of opportunities. Every engineer that I met was doing something different and very interesting. And from an early age, I recognized that a degree in engineering would open up a lot of doors for me and provide a lot of different options. Going to Washington for a political appointment was first an honor, and I felt just really fortunate to have that opportunity to serve this great country that I feel has given so much to me. It was such an amazing learning experience. Being the first full-time technology transfer coordinator for the Department of Energy had its challenges, but also it was extremely exciting to be in Washington at a time where there is a lot of attention being focused on technology transfer. Technology transfer may be a new word to you, and I know I live and breathe it, so it seems obvious to me. But technology transfer, I think everyone could understand. It's a process, again, of taking scientific discoveries from the lab to the marketplace. I'm just very fortunate. I have a job that I absolutely love that enables me to really use my skills and also do the thing that I enjoy most, which is interacting with people. The whole area of technology transfer and now corporate relations, it's all about relationship building and working with folks to find that win-win scenario of what works, what is it that the company needs and what is it that we have, and how we can leverage our resources for a greater good. I was fortunate enough to be inducted into the Engineering Hall of Fame a couple years ago, and that in itself was a huge honor. Totally not expecting this, and in fact, I tried to talk the committee out of it. I thought, you know, I feel like I have so much to do, so much more to accomplish, and I was told, look, this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award, so we believe you're a distinguished alumna, and so I decided that I would go for it and be recognized, because I think it's important, again, to serve as a role model to women and other people of color who may be at the university now or on their way there, to see successful graduates from the University of Rhode Island and see us, you know, really living our dreams.
Please welcome 2013 President's Award recipient, Dr. Karina Mantilla Edmonds, Executive Director for Institute of Corporate Relations, California Institute of Technology.
Good evening. I'll be really brief because I feel like I said too much already. But thank you all for being here. This is a huge honor, as I mentioned. But I just want to recognize my family and say thank you for everybody that's here to support me. And thank you all for being here. As I said in the video, basically, you know, I want to thank URI because I'm just living the American dream. And, you know, really fortunate that I had the opportunity to get such a great education that, again, opened up doors for me. And one of the great things about being back on campus is just to bring back all those wonderful memories, some of those pictures there, the computer room that doesn't exist anymore. But I'm really excited about the future of the College of Engineering, and the dean shared with me some of the plans, and I'm really excited to help bring those dreams to fruition. So I will continue to work with URI, and has a special place in my heart, and I thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you.
In an industry that's literally always on the move, Alan Spockman took the leap more than 20 years ago to launch what is now the nation's leading underwriter of insurance for the passenger transportation and moving and storage industries. With support from friends, in 1989, Mr. Spachman founded the National Interstate Corporation and the National Interstate Insurance Company and served as director, president, and CEO of both organizations until 2004, when he became chairman of the board. Just before that, Mr. Spachman was senior vice president at the Progressive Corporation, an insurance company which started the passenger transportation insurance business. Earlier in his career, he held labor relations and human resources management positions with Collins and Aikman Incorporated and Frito-Lay division of PepsiCo Incorporated. Mr. Spachman has said that it was at URI, where he received both his bachelor's and master's degrees, that he was inspired by Professor of Industrial Relations, the late Charles Ted Schmidt, to build his business career. And I think that speaks to the importance of our faculty, the extraordinary faculty that we have at the University of Rhode Island, and their ability to inspire our students to do amazing things. To inspire entrepreneurial and business leadership at the University of Rhode Island in response to what he had felt was an extraordinary undergraduate education, Alan and his wife Florence created the Spachman Professorship in Human Resource Management and the Florence and Alan Spachman Endowed Scholarship. As a result, our students now learn from Associate Professor Anthony Wheeler, a leading scholar who has helped design URI's new and highly innovative and very successful intensive one-year MBA program. For his outstanding business success as an innovator, a leader, and his dedication to the success of URI students in the College of Business, we are proud to present Alan Spachman, classes of 1969 and 1971, with the President's Distinguished Achievement Award.
I went to high school in Providence, Rhode Island, and when I graduated, I went to the University of Rhode Island. First in my family ever to go to college, so it was a brand new experience for me. Studied engineering at first. Realized about a year into my studies that I didn't want to be an engineer. I realized I wanted to be the guy that ran the company where the engineers worked. College was a tale of two cities for me. They were the best of times and the very best of times. While I was a student at the University of Rhode Island, I worked at the local textile mill after school, 4 to 7 and 4 to midnight on Fridays, and provided an environment that made it very clear to me I wanted to own the mill, not work there. Had a short stint in the Army. I was a reservist, ROTC student at Rhode Island, and did my commitment, and then came back to Rhode Island and found a job. Human resource management was my first passion. It was what I did shortly after I started to work for a living. Then I had an opportunity, another opportunity to work in a top human resources position for a great company, with the understanding that when I fixed the problems that they had from a human resources standpoint, I would be eligible to move into general management at that business. And that was at Progressive Insurance. And I owe a lot of my success to the management there. That's where I learned about the process of insurance and had some success there, which I eventually parlayed into success in a business that I founded. The reason my wife and I decided to fund a professorship at the university is we realized how influential a single professor could be in our lives. And we wanted to make sure that we could help the university maintain the quality of the faculty that it took to influence other people just as much as we had been. Rhode Island has an interesting expression, think big, we do. I would have never been able to think big had it not been for some of these people.
Please welcome 2013 President's Award recipient, Alan Spachman, founder, director, former CEO and chairman, National Interstate Corporation.
Thank you, Dr. Dooley. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dean Higgins, for getting me interested and excited about the university and the campus, and thank you, Ted Schmidt, wherever you are. You were a real influence to me in my formative years, and my life would not have been the same without you. I want to thank my family and friends for joining me here tonight, and I want to thank my wife of 43 years, Florence Backman, for being the best partner. The best partner anyone could have who lived the American dream like I did. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dr. Beverly Swan defined the leadership role of women in higher education when she was named Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at the University of Rhode Island in 1991. At that time, she was the first woman to hold such a leadership position at a New England land-grant institution of higher education. As a successful, award-winning administrator, she encouraged women nationwide to pursue leadership positions in higher education and in other endeavors. At URI, Dr. Swan inspired and ensured the excellence and integrity of our teaching, programs, research areas, service, and outreach. Dr. Swan began her career at the University of Rhode Island as a talented undergraduate and graduate student. After earning her doctorate from Boston University, she served as a faculty member at the University of Cincinnati and the School for International Training in Brattleboro, Vermont, where she gained an appreciation for the importance of preparing graduates for a global community. Beverly returned to URI in 1974, joined the faculty in the Department of English, where she developed the foundations of what has become the college writing program and launched the early credit high school program where students could earn credits towards dual degrees. Through such academic achievements, Beverly provided leadership and service throughout the university on various committees and in many other ways, and she quickly emerged as a voice of reason in university governance. Let me tell you, voices of reason in university governance are rather rare. Beverly earned the universal respect and goodwill of colleagues across the curriculum for her integrity, wisdom, warmth, humor, and communication skills, if not her poetry. After earning tenure, she was recruited to serve as Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs and then Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and subsequently Provost, where she ably demonstrated her leadership skills. In her 17 years as Provost, she worked to diversify the URI community, consistently recognizing the contributions to the University of women and minorities. In recognition for outstanding contributions in administration at the University of Rhode Island, in teaching, and in many other areas, she received the University of Rhode Island Administrative Excellence Award, the University of Rhode Island Alumni Association Distinguished Education Award. Today, she serves on the College of Arts and Sciences External Advisory Council and on the board of South County Hospital. Beverly, in view of your outstanding accomplishments, extraordinary compassion, and sensitivity to the needs of others, and your unwavering dedication to the University of Rhode Island, we are proud to present you tonight with the President's Distinguished Achievement Award.
Well, it was a very exciting time. I came here in 1959. The campus was much smaller at the time, and it was just exciting. It was a little bit frightening for me as a freshman because it didn't seem so small then. It seemed like a large campus. And, but it was exciting, and there was just so much to learn and so much to see. I came as a math major, and then I took English with Nancy Potter, and I became an English major, and that's what I stayed through all of my degrees. I enjoyed doing that. When it first opened, it was called GCB, which was General Classroom Building. And then it was named Independence Hall, and now it's Swan Hall. The best thing I like about it is going into that main atrium and seeing all the students sit around the table studying, reading papers, and it's very exciting for me. I remember the day it was dedicated. My family was here from various parts of the country, and there used to be a driveway between Swan Hall and the President's house. And it had a sawhorse in front of it. It was blocked off. And I had some family members with me. So I pulled up and I said to the policeman, I said, you know, I'd like to park here. And he said, oh, you can't. He said, this is for the Swan Hall dedication. And I got the opportunity to say, I'm Swan. It was fun. It was fun. I was a lecturer. I was a sabbatical replacement. I replaced someone who was on maternity leave. I replaced someone who fell off a chair. And then I got a full-time position, but it wasn't a continuing position. And then there was an opening, and I applied and had a position in the English department in the college writing program specifically. And I taught writing, English, modern drama, linguistics, things like that. My final position here, and then that position was upgraded. I became vice provost. And then there was a national search for the provost position after the vice president left. There was a national search, and I survived, I guess you say, and I became provost. And I did that for 17 years. When I heard from President Dooley that I was going to receive the DAA award, I was initially stunned. I was at a dinner for an administrator who was leaving the university. And there was a reception first, and then there was a dinner. There were about 10 of us at the table. And Dr. Dooley came in, and he sat at the head of the table, and we started to talk. And he said to me, I want to talk to you. And I said, oh. And then he said to me, I hope you're not busy on October 25th, because I would like to present you with the DAA. And my first reaction was quickly thinking, what is the DAA? And then I remembered, of course, and I was stunned, but I was absolutely thrilled. What an honor that is to be recognized, especially since I've been gone for a few years.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2013 President's Award recipient, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs Emerita, University of Rhode Island, Dr. Beverly Swan.
Thank you, President Dooley. That was the longest 3 minutes of my life. I really appreciate this award, and I want to thank you personally for giving it to me. I'm just honored by it. I also want to thank my family, my sisters here from Minnesota, my dear friends throughout the room, my dear colleagues from South County Hospital, whose presence tonight is a real surprise for me and absolutely wonderful. I'm just deeply honored. I also want to congratulate all of the recipients of these awards. It's just great to have such recognition. I love this university. I've had wonderful, wonderful experiences here. I've met wonderful people. I've worked with wonderful people. It's really been a privilege. I've loved every day of what I've done while I've been here. I do want to say I'm very good at giving awards. I'm not so great at getting them. So I am humbled by this whole presentation. I do want to thank you. I do want to ask you one favor, two favors actually. It has been a privilege for me to be the first woman doing a couple of things. But what the most important thing is that I not be the last. And I also want to ask you to continue to support the University of Rhode Island. Public education is extremely important, and it's at a very difficult stage. Tuitions are going up. Opportunities for students in many areas are declining, not at the University of Rhode Island, but in many areas. So we need your support. So I ask you to continue to support the university, and when you take out that checkbook, think big. We do. Thank you.
get a sense of why this evening can be so inspirational, when you have a chance to hear the commentary of those who receive our awards, and you understand just what they've done and how they've done it, and we're so grateful to all of them. And that continues with our final award winner of the evening. It may be a bit of a cliche to say this, but I'll say it anyway, and that is that Eric Ryan, our next award winner, really does like to help keep everything clean. He is a young entrepreneur, and he has developed a company called Method to do just that, and it has become one of the most amazing success stories of company creation in America. As the co-founder of Method Products, Eric heads what has become one of the world's largest sort of eco-conscious home cleaning and personal care product manufacturers in the world. He has helped create a unique company with personality and style that proudly takes its safe green cleaning products out from under the counter and distributes them globally. Eric started Method in 2001 with a high school friend and a chemical engineer, Adam Lowry. Method is now a $150 million brand, a brand that was ranked the 7th fastest growing company in America by Inc. magazine in 2006, and the 16th most innovative company in the world by Fast Company. Eric and Adam have been heralded worldwide and recognized worldwide for their innovative brand, products, and designs. Just last month, the partners received the Clinton Global Citizenship Award for recognizing their vision and leadership. Building the Method brand was something Eric has engineered. After earning his degree in communication studies at URI in 1996, I think he said he took an extra year to get that degree, possibly because of his passion for sailing. He began his career as a strategic planner in marketing and brand development with Fallon Worldwide, and later as a consultant with Hal Rennie and Partners and Tattoo Brand Consulting. He gained valuable experience in brand development with clients including United Airlines, Saturn, The Gap, Colgate, and California Pizza Kitchen. As someone who did enjoy sailing in Rhode Island, Eric's Method is now putting some ocean into their bottles. Consistent with their brand for being environmentally conscious, Method is working to green up its bottles, as you would, making them with ocean plastic. That is, plastic that has been salvaged from the ocean. A blend of plastic recovered from the ocean and a post-consumer recycled plastic constitutes their new building material. For his great innovative spirit, his enthusiasm, his entrepreneurial success, his dedication to the environment, for his incredible capability to build a company that reflects not only the values of profitability and success in a business sense, but of success and profitability in a social sense. We are proud to present Eric Ryan, class of 1996, with the President's Distinguished Achievement Award.
I'm Eric.
I'm Adam.
And together we founded Method, or as we like to refer to ourselves, People Against Dirty. Adam and I grew up together. Actually, sailing was our common friendship, which of course is what brought me to URI. And as a sailor, you become very sensitive to the environment. Air quality and water quality are things that are very close to what you do. At Method, we're big believers in doing everything we can possibly in-house. So for a small company, very early on, what we did is we integrated industrial design, graphic design, formulation, engineering, literally every piece of that product development process, we brought it in-house. This is our lab here. So here in San Francisco, we have about 100 employees. We also have a Chicago office where we're currently building our first plant in North America. It will be the second LEED certified facility in North America behind the Volkswagen plant. We're big believers that people actually perform much better when they have fun at work. And so everything about the Method culture is about really bringing yourself to work. If you think about it, a lot of companies force you to come to work as your professional self, but here we want you to come to work as your personal self. So much of Method's success is a culture that does not fear failure. And so the way we think about it, everything is a series of tests and learns or a series of little steps. Hey, can I take a look at that? And I think the same is true for coming out of school, and the ability to really be able to start small, build on little bites, take risk, and put yourself in a position to both learn from those mistakes, but also to make sure the mistakes you make never really cause that much damage, and always hopefully create a way forward. Awesome. Thank you. One of my passions in life is sailing. I've always had this really strong emotional connection to the water. And for me, water has always represented freedom and unlimited possibilities. And I think our oceans and waterways represent some of the last great adventures on this planet. The reason I chose the University of Rhode Island was, for me, it had the perfect overlap of the curriculum of business and communications that I wanted to pursue in my career, as well as a really great sailing program and a very competitive team that would really fuel my passion for my time on the water. My years at the University of Rhode Island were some of the most important formative years in my career and some of my best memories of my life. And so to have the opportunity to go back and celebrate that time and celebrate the achievement and how URI helped set me up for success was really important to me. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, President's Award recipient, Mr. Eric Ryan, co-founder, Method Products.
Thank you so much. First of all, President Dooley, alumni, URI staff, thank you for a wonderful evening and giving me a reason to get back to URI. Also, thank you for not making me pay off my old parking tickets before receiving this. I was pretty sure I was going to have to put a deposit back to receive this. I also feel incredibly guilty. We just saw an amazing alumni who are doing incredible things in the world, like trying to solve cancer, and I'm making soap. So I'm just honored to be part, and congratulations to all the winners this evening, and just tickled to be part of such an amazing group here. So you kind of heard a little of the video. Sailing's a big passion of mine. And when I told my parents, I grew up in Detroit, that I wanted to go to the University of Rhode Island, they were incredibly confused. They're like, why would you not, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, it's beautiful, Michigan State, 2 hours away. Why would you choose a school 12 hours away? And for me, the Ocean State and everything that sailing and water represented was really wonderful, but I thought a lot about it as I was walking around campus today, and I think a big part of the draw for me for Rhode Island was this is the underdog state, right? It's like not only the smallest state in the Union, but we live in the shadow of New York and Boston. So everything that I've done in my career was always about standing out and trying to take on Goliath and do things differently. And I think that's the real beauty of Rhode Island. And for me, University of Rhode Island and the state are so intertwined. And my life plan ultimately was to stay in New England. Somehow I ended up in San Francisco, and the roots grew really, really deep. So I'm honored to be back here. And during my time at URI, I did everything possible, which is why that was supposed to say graduating in '95. I did a little bit of a victory lap. I didn't want to leave. But I had the opportunity to experience the Greek system, an amazing sailing team. I studied in London, and I just soaked up everything I could among several great summers in Newport. Maybe some stuff I'm not proud of, but a lot of stuff I'm really, really, really proud of. And at Method, we love dirty little secrets, right? We're about taking toxicity out of people's homes, making the world a cleaner place. So with that, you have to expose dirty little secrets. So one of mine is I actually failed business finance. And I was actually working on a business plan. I was trying to get an investor group together to buy a company, and was not paying as much attention in class as I should. And I ultimately failed. And I went to the professor and tried to negotiate, which I quickly learned that is the best life skill, right, is negotiations. And I tried to negotiate my grade and showed him this business plan I was writing, and he did not take mercy on me and ultimately gave me an F. So I just want to close with, if this alumni can fail business classes and go on to do this, we are in great shape of all those amazing students who are currently passing those grades. Thank you so much.
Well, I just want to say once again to all of you, thank you so much for joining us tonight for what I'm sure you will agree has been another special evening in the history of the University of Rhode Island. And it is a very, very inspirational evening. I hope you agree. I want to congratulate all of our award recipients who are indeed extraordinary individuals who do so many amazing things. And in a certain sense, the one thing that they all have in common is that they attended the University of Rhode Island and that the University of Rhode Island in some way helped them to the success that you've heard so much about tonight. I also want to thank the Marriott Hotel. They're a great venue. They've worked with us very productively and collaboratively to make this evening possible. Please join me in thanking them. For ATR Treehouse, which has also assisted, and again to all the staff of the University of Rhode Island's events management group that made this evening possible. Thank you for joining us. I wish you the best for the evening. There is an after party. I hope to see many of you there. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the University of Rhode Island, thank you for joining us this evening for the 2013 Distinguished Achievement Awards. This evening's festivities will continue in the Fathoms Lounge, second floor of the Newport Marriott Hotel. Please join us to personally congratulate our recipients. This has been a University of Rhode Island special events production. With URI New Media, Marketing and Communications, URI Publications, and Creative Services. Special thanks to the URI Department of Music, Jazz Trio, the Newport Marriott, and ATR Treehouse. Please drive carefully, and good evening.